Y'all, it is Sunday, December 8th. There are too many things going on for me to be able to algo speak through all of it, so we're going to put it over here. Let's get into it. Darling, at this point, we are not sounding so wild, okay? At this point, believing that the US of A is going to just lay down and take it, that we're the only team out of everything that's happening in the world right now, we're the only ones that had no preparation, no idea of what was happening, and we're the ones that are just going to lie down and let our longest running adversary take over with a team of corrupt billionaires. A bunch of y'all would rather believe that, and it is sounding less and less likely by the day. I mean, do they really think that everything that's happened over these last couple of weeks is a coincidence? That these other countries that found Russian interference in their recent elections that are now throwing away the results and doing it again, that those are coincidences. The regimes that are falling, coincidences, okay? The pushback of different governments and governments joining their people to push out attempts to take over and put in a regime, okay? In my other video before this, we talked about how Romania and their intel found a link to the clock app and the outside agents abusing the algorithm to propagate for their Mad Hatter candidate who was friends with brainworm guy over here. Remember? Yeah, I'm sorry. We're doing full garden time today because my head, y'all, my head. So here's the thing, okay? I am trying to figure out France. There's something there. There's something there. He shouldn't have been able to go, okay, as a felon. Trudeau had to come down here from Canada to speak to him in Florida because a felon can't enter Canada. So if we sent a felon to France right now has a government that's falling apart. They're not like someone that we're really, you know what I'm saying? So their government is in shambles right now. And Zelensky from Ukraine was there. Why did they send Dumpty to talk to France and Ukraine? Two folks that aren't necessarily aligned with Putineska, and that's his boy, along with, Netanyahu and anyone else who wants to rule with an iron fist. Those are his people. And yes, I did notice the tie color change. And it's very interesting since we were talking about Joe Biden and the purple, and now we've got Dumpty. And I think over there he was wearing gold. And we've seen him wear gold before, but again, just interesting, just worth noting. We know, as I think I posted last night, this person hasn't been held fully accountable for anything they've done. They've been a very slippery fish because they're the bait fish. They're the bait fish for the big Ruski whale who's got its fins and tentacles and whatever else you want to call it outstretched into multiple nations trying to pull a play, which is why we're seeing all these coincidences, okay? And it's harder to believe that none of these are connected. It's all coincidence. America knew nothing about it, and we're just going to take it? Or is it more likely that we've been working on this shit since at least 2016? And we have let a lot of shit fly because that's what you got to do to make people feel comfortable when you want them to step right into the trap. You put bait there and you walk away. You don't come up when one little nosy fish comes in, okay? You don't pull the net or pull the trigger to catch just one or two, especially when there's a big one over there and it has long-running plans to get into as many places as possible, and that's the one you want to get, okay? It seems to make more sense that America, the bigger country with the most funding for things like intelligence and military and etc., who we know our agencies have been looking into connections between certain people in certain places for at least the last 8 to 10 years. That's not news. We know this. Sorry, I just keep pausing because every time I say it out loud, I just keep thinking, how could someone hear all of that and still go, yeah, no, I'm still pretty sure that this is it and we're just rolling over. I'm pretty sure about that. Are you sure about that? Or do you just want to believe it because it's easier? Or do you want to believe it because you're okay with a regime change? Usually if you're a man who looks like this, those ones are the ones that are like, guys, it's really going to suck, okay? I mean, I definitely don't want it. I'm very upset, but I'm just telling you, let's just get ready to deal with it. All right? All right. Let's just focus on the next vote like that would happen. We can see that that's absolutely not on the table if things were to continue in the trajectory. And again, you want me to believe that America and everyone sitting in points of power right now can see it on the wall and are honestly just going, yeah, no, that's fine. We'll gamble. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we will come back and have an election in 4 years. Maybe they will leave that peace. Dude already said that he's looking at changing the election laws. Like, he publicly stated everything he said during the campaign was a lie. And I think it's funny that mainstream media is acting like they didn't know or like they didn't have something to do with it. Oh, it's almost like everything he said was not true. How did we? Bitch, we told you. We told you. You went and gaslit the other Mad Hatters and told them, oh no, he said that the blue team's lying about Project 2025, you guys. So if that's what he said, then that's what you should believe. All these other people that have a literal printed book of the policies in their hands are just lying to you and making it up. That's a lie. And now those people who told you we were lying are going, whoopsies. Whoopsies, you guys. He's coming for everything he said he wouldn't. Who knew? Who knew a lying liar would continue to lie? I mean, can you blame us for believing that? So yes, the France thing, I'm thinking he either doesn't know that he's being used as the bait and this is part of something else, and like he's there and he doesn't realize why. There's something else. There's, of course, background stuff, okay? I don't know what exactly. I know some of y'all are hoping he doesn't return. Some of y'all are thinking an international system is gonna come into play. I think they might be doing something over here while he's away, but the other thought that a lot of y'all have been saying for a little bit, and I was like, I don't know about that. But now I'm starting to think, well, maybe, maybe they did get him. Maybe they did flip him. Maybe he is aware now. I don't know at what point, but at least now aware that he's bait. And there was probably a deal of some kind put in there where they'll protect him, and I'm sure he'll have restraints on things, or maybe he'll serve some time, or I don't know, total speculation here. Now I'm rabbit holing. But I could absolutely, and I have said this before, I could see him taking some kind of deal to protect himself because that's his MO, right? His whole purpose is keeping himself out of trouble, and he will sell out absolutely anyone to keep himself out of trouble. So he would have no problem turning his back on every country and person who's put hundreds of millions of dollars into helping his shit, because he doesn't care about that, okay? So, I mean, I don't know. It's possible. I wasn't giving too much credit to that theory until, he's over there in France with folks that Putin is not going to be happy to see him talking to. And like I said on my post, that's like a 9 to 12 hour flight. And the reports are saying they met for like 30, 35 minutes. You spent 12 hours on a plane, a day of travel for a 35-minute meeting that could have been a Zoom call? Me smell something. I don't know what exactly, but me smell something. And it's seeming just less and less likely that the good old US of A is the only team that's unaware and is just letting this happen. Popcorn and patience? Anyone?